Moshi, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're back in the South Road in a different place from last time, you can see. That has a reason, because I try to unlock a certain quest. I just need to find the... Let's first talk with the Chocobo Keeper. I want to have a quest unlocked. The thing is, I don't. Okay, we can't do this quest yet. Good to know. Because I've already got an item, the Grisel greens, so we can actually use a Chocobo companion. Wait. Yeah, okay, right. It can't work if I'm in the wrong place. You know, I want to make a quest. The quest is here. It's shown to me. Here, this is the quest you want to do. And then it says, nope. Why? Just got it back. Yeah, we need to speak to the set. My feisty little chocobo. This set appears to have caught sense of something. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings on you, adventurer. It would be correct to assume that you have your own trusty steed. I thought so. Tell me, is your bird battle trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advance of look forth over at Bent Branch Meadows. The dish gets native to something of a proud ill matters concerning our fine threaded friends. He should be able to help you attain a greater affinity with the bird. Yeah, and now we can go to Benjamin Mills. Why I want to do this? Simply because this chocobo can help us in many situations. And also we have an item for him from the pre-order package, which I still don't really would say buy it on. Really just buy it when you want to have to buy it, because the things you get aren't not really worth it just for extreme fans. For extreme fans, I would say. Good moral to you, Aurelia. Is something you need. You wish to have a chocobo trained in combat? This is no small request you make. Riding our bird is one thing. Asking it to take certs in your name is quite another. It will help train your chocobo, but I promise that you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Very well. To begin, we need a bunch of crystalline queens. You have my leave to pick one from the fields yonder. We'll learn when you have it. We have the allowance to take one. I'm just gonna take this one. So many chocobos! You have acquired the greens? There you have it, my friend. Superb! When you shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond of resonant currents. They love the leafy vegetables so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their affairs in face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird greens, you can prevail upon fighting besides you. And when once caught, it will be up to you direct to its action as you see fit. You will find that chocobo inevitably responds to a number of general comments. Give your bird an order and it will act accordingly, and to the best of its abilities. Simply yet effective, naturally was developed by Fortum's family. One of the foremost house in Ishgard. Remember this name, we will come back to it later. And to conclude your lesson, of course, it's not enough to merely hear about the practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Climb your chocobo with a bunch of crystal greens and together make your way to Sorrel Heaven. The broad-sisters prowl area thought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put on 3 of them, return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend to keep an ample supply of crystal coins on the purse at all times. Our vendor will be able to provide you as much as you can carry. Fighting with your chocobo! Yes, The thing is, these are the so-called crystal greens, and you can see we already have. We had 100 because from this quest you get one that you can summon him. The struggle will be here for half an hour. I could use another one. Let's just do. When you use another one, the time doubles. But it can't get over an hour. So, one thing is we now have first of all this Chocobo Saddleback, which is an extra inventory that you can use when you're on the overworld. I can put stuff in you don't need right now, like for an example the Fantasia, or I put more the items no, persons should be kept in inventory, but those here like gold sugar feathers and Fantasia items you don't need all the time, you can just put it in here and you're done. I also gonna put in the 2 weapon coffers because I don't need them yet. So then Aurelia, let's go up to the Sorrow Heaven. Oh boy. But first of all, I wasn't that much to explain. You also have now the companion menu, where you can summon, withdraw, mount or dismount, and give them a special stat. Also, the Chocobos each have a skill that they get from leveling. And also we can change the color if we have a house, and we can change the armor. And this is the thing I said before that we have from the pre-order, because we have the Behemoth armor, which makes our Chocobo look like a demon dog. I never seen that armor before, to be honest. I never seen it before. Just, oh god, it looks like a demon dog. And I kinda like it. I like at least the face. The face is awesome, but the body, not so much. But hey, you can have anything. So, our XP boost from the dungeon I made before is also almost done. So yeah, let's hurry up and get up here. Yeah, and even though we run away from our Chocobo, he will follow us. So yeah, and this Chocobo is, to be honest, it's one of the most useful things for the main story quest. Because one thing I really like about him is, I showed before on the companion menu. He has tank skills, healer skills, and attack skills. And I would say you should, in the beginning, you should skill them on at least I would say for the first 9 levels, which sounds weird because you have 10 max level. I would really say the first, let's say the first 3 levels, start with Chocobo region, then go to Chocobo slash, and then Chocobo drop. Why in this order? Because first, this Chocobo will heal you in your fights, which can be very useful because you're the most damage dealer. After that, he will have 2 attacks, which is also good. And yeah, just keep it in this order, so that when you're level 10, the Chocobo cure will be Vanko, or if you want to have full heal, just get the first 4 levels Chocobo cure, because the Chocobo can also attack in the healer stance and then go to battle. I will keep it in the way yeah. I will keep it on healing for the most part. I will go healing, then attack, and then healing again. This will be my way. Now for the few people that ask, why if I explain something which will be good, why don't you use it? Because the Chocobo already had a level up. The Chocobo had already a level up. Okay, nice. Region. Why I don't do it that way? Simply because I like my hero Chocobo. And now look at the Chocobo. The Chocobo gives us a Chocobo region. Where is this? Here. Renegade regenerate HP over time. This means if we get damage, we will heal ourselves. Which is extremely useful. And if I would go my private profile, my Chocobo is completely on heal with all 10 levels. Because I have my Chocobos always with me when I'm doing field bosses, like the one thing that killed us part 6 or 7. Down there was a level 50 enemy. I often do just go out and look for those things to hunt them. So yeah. This is the most thing I do because yeah, they give Did my Chocobo freeze? My Chocobo froze. And my Chocobo is back to life. Okay, good. That happens. I never seen that before, but okay, that happens. So yeah. And when you have, when you do the fights, sometimes you really have, down in the chat, you really have groups that will tell you, here, boss XYZ, come hunt with me, and you can go there. They invite you into a group, and when you have your Chocobo out there, you can be the healer and your Chocobo can be the healer. And especially when you do higher ones, like I mean the highest one I did was with Peak together level 71, where the Chocobo was beside me the only healer, and it was still a hard fight. Especially because we had a bug where the enemy ran away from us, ran out of his area where we could fight him. So he went back, was invulnerable, even though he was around 5% HP. Went back to the start area and went back to 100 while we are still in the fighting area. So really buggy that we need to defeat him more or less 2 times, which was hard because the first fight took around half an hour, and then we needed to do that all again. But lucky for the second try we had then 2 DPS with us, which makes the fight extremely go extremely quicker. So you have successfully negated the first few battles for the Chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was that supreme reassuring fighting your fighter companion? A Chocobo can make it up for your shortcomings or build your strength. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of might complement one another. There is some experimentation that will come to find approach to serves you best. Before I forget, I have one plus parting gift, a saddlebag for a Chocobo. Carrying his one greens can be quite cumbersome. After all, there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray to serve you the children in the travels. Yeah, I think this is... Wait, what do we have? What do we have? The other hand. Okay, this is a quest I won't do right now. Because this has something to do with Gold Saucer, and I will do Gold Saucer, a special part just for Gold Saucer, which will be some quite a lot of snibbling in the video editor. And could take days to record it, which will be quite annoying. Why could take days? Because I want to have a part which where all the games are in there, and it's not guaranteed that you have in a day all games, and each game is separated by 20 minutes. So in an hour I could make 3 games and the rest show all the mini games that there are, which could be quite annoying. So let's have one thing. If you want to keep the timer open or make it stop, just get on your mount, and if you have your chocobo out there, just get on your mount so it doesn't. There it is. This is here the white joker. This is an anime I mean where the chocobo is really a necessary. I would really say he is necessary to do them alone. Most of the time you probably have someone that will join you in the fight, because as stupid as it sounds, those enemies are how can I say? I don't know how the English word pronounce. They are rare. They have special times where they spawn, where you can fight them, and then they are dead. Then they need maybe hours to respawn. Some need days to respawn. I know one that takes. Let's say let's take the special case. There is here in Gridania is the Odin fight. Odin is one of those high level enemies which are extremely high. You will have 80s, really people in the 80s that will fight him and maybe die on him. So Odin is quite the evil fight. I just called it an evil fight. It is a thing for itself. And yeah, when you kill Odin, you need to wait 3.5 days till he respawns. And one special thing about Odin, there are 2 special things about Odin. First of all, Odin can spawn in every forest. So South Shroud, East Shroud, North Shroud, Central Shroud. He can spawn everywhere. And when he spawns, the weather will go from whatever it is to a storm. This is the first let's call it a feature that Odin has. And the second feature is the person that take the last hit is the next version of Odin. That means Odin will have a player name and look like the player in the Odin gear. And yes, there is an Odin gear. I would show it to you, but we can't go to a later area where you can actually trade it in from Odin stuff to get it. But there is Odin gear, there is an Odin companion, there is an Odin armor for your chocobo, there's an Odin armor for you, and I think there's also a mount from Odin. So there's a lot where you can get from him. And when you think about how much you can get from him and how little time you have to actually fight him, this can take weeks till you have everything completed, or maybe even years if you have someone that is quicker than you. Okay, let's finish our main story quest. Ah, you returned. Thank you for seeing Telegrams belong to him. This is what's this for me? Quinn Firewater. So I remembered my fondness of the drink, does he? Why that old? Hey, bloody hell, who's cutting onions back there? He says to shove it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it will be worth it. This stuff has an aroma in the body unlike to any other drink I know. It's going to be a long year. What to say we come back then, friend? We'll see if we can make it through the bottle together. It sounds good. And I take no arms. If person has had his troubles, he will have an adventurer with whom to share a talk of souls. There was a word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the woods, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place where you never go, a self to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like the missing serfs all among them. Here I marked a track where they were sighted on your map. Go and see if there's anything to be seen. And I think I missed. I failed his voice right now. So yeah, let's go up here with our trusty chocobo. And there is an galleons. Okay, that sounded wrong. It sounded like galleon. Are there even some people that remember Asterix and Obelix? Probably not from the English-speaking viewers, but the German ones probably. Because they're cult classics. It will be a shame if the kids these days wouldn't know about Asterix and Obelix. I mean, as stupid as it sounds, those were the comic Germans. Which, it sounds extremely stupid, but it is true. Asterix and Obelix are just comic Germans. Because let's give you a little history lesson. Even though I'm not as good in history, the Roman Empire was told that that it had conquered the whole world. The whole world, for this reason, is just the area around Italy, France, etc. Germany doesn't belong. It did never belong to the Roman Empire. Therefore, Germany is not in the world. Neither is the United States of America, nor everything from China, Japan, etc. So just Middle Europe. Just Middle Europe was the world, which is. When you think about it now, the Roman Empire claimed to have the world, but didn't even have 1/3 of it. Because America, everything from China, etc., Norway, etc., those are all things. You can't even say. What can you say how it is? They had half of Europe. Yeah, I think this is about right. They had half of Europe. And they called that the world. They didn't even have complete Europe, just a certain area of that. Let's join in on the fight. Oh, phase complete. And we don't get anything, I hope? Yes. Okay. Which is quite interesting. And to get back to my point, the funny thing about this is because Germany, they didn't manage to conquer Germany, but they know that Germany existed. From Russia, etc., you could say they didn't know, because we know it from Russia, we know it from World War II. You can't invade Russia. You die. It's one of the more impossible things on this planet. You can't invade Russia, and even if you tried, you would be dead. Because at the point you arrived anywhere in Russia that will be a major point, like Moscow, etc., around 50 to 75% of your army will be dead, just from the pure cold, just from the pure snow that there is. So there's no point in invading Russia, because you wouldn't have enough people to get against the Russian army. So that was not fun. We wanted to come to galleons in this part of Twelvewood. For serfs and no galleons. It is also in play. It cannot be mere coincidence. Might the galleons been following the serfs, tracking them or giving chase mayhap? But no, not this far in the forest. The whaler sprites are everywhere. The pirates could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody else could they? Unless someone guided them through. Someone was where the spires stand. And while Wires watch, a Gredanian traitor. Uh-oh. Now we have the traitors. Traitors coming. Yeah, uh-oh. No, we are rich. Brusera, a small backpack building adventurer. Oh boy. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk about. You know I said Julia might have a traitor on our midst. Someone else was aiding the Galleons. Well, I think I might identify the suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip on his pin on account of not being able to afford another. But of late, he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay hands on. Where he imagined, I probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on there was money was coming from when they first told me about it. The galleons in the forest, I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice to say, if a whaler's working for the Emperor, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Lotrius. Last I heard he was in the South Road. Find him, Aurelia. And if he is up to no good, put an end to it and him, if it comes to that. This seems like a very drastic choice to kill him because he did betray us. But even though, as stupid as this sounds, we are in this game we have a constant there are constantly enemies trying to invade the land of Eorzea, and this is nothing where you can just put it aside easily, especially when you have a traitor that could backstab you. We already got backstabbed. We have seen it in the Ifrit fight, how someone just backstabbed us. This is just no. Cannot see I'm on patrol. Be gone. If you have any business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. But to be honest, he is an idiot. Not long how. I think patrol routes and rations could fetch such a price. No more than I deserve though. The civil wonder the Emperor has risen to such heights. If only the waiters paid men their worth. You did what you. How long have you? Help! Please come quick, my friends. It is I, Lord Reyes. I'm under attack. Are you fucking kidding me? So, no, back to you. How did I know nothing. I was on patrol. You just appeared. I thought you were working for the Galleons. You gotta be kidding me. Get back here. I like how the quest title is also annoyed. Speak with loudness. Again. Just completely annoyed. Okay, where is he? So you traitor, get over here! How long do you mean to keep this up? What is imagine I've done? Enough I say! It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I meant no harm, I only wanted a coin. The whalers are good, strong, I was born to turn the reins. Am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end, it's those with the money who do this, who do as they will, who live as they will. So I thought I had an opportunity to change my fortune, and I took it. All I've done for money. And changed it myself, my home, everything, everyone I love. Why my actions have to put my actions have put your life in danger too. Oh. Though you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It's not I who's cornered. Galleons, I've got the real bitch. What the? Oi! Now you're gonna die! Permit my question, if you will. Are all adventures so deluded to believe they can challenge the power of Golemon? You will need a virtual mountain of skill to find such endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power. Or making it. Or of remaking it as will Gridania. So that's the way for it. Swapped your hard bug of the barracks for a feather bed in Gallion, did ya? You there, Viera. You stand here, old boss Krishna? Then don't stand alone. Did you No! Here's my main goal. Get over here! You called me a bitch. Prepare to die. Could you please not? Thank you very much. Okay, then I will take you on. Or more of our friends come. How? Why? You scum have no alliances! Those are your words, my friend, not mine. I'm a friend of Gridania, so nope, I have alliances. I am with the Twin Adder, so prepare. Get some stones against your head. How has it come to this? Well, simply, to put it simply, you just betrayed your own city. What do you expect? You don't mess with yours, yeah? Especially you don't fight against the Warrior of Light. Impossible. How did you best the Emperor's finest and with bandits and poachers at your side? They are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? But I don't know the answer only too well, Brascaran. Yes, the thing is doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. God, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Head and confess my crimes. There's something I would like to tell Brascaran. Tell him Loris is the fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted before my eyes. Can somebody escort him there? But, well, okay, let's... Let's go back to Baskuran. I have a fat chocobo. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I get hungry again even though I ate before the part. Why do I get hungry again? Or maybe I'm not hungry, I'm just thirsty? I think so. Well, it's just a burp that is about to come up. Yep. Oi, Leutnants confesses to his crime. Aye, Leutnants confessed to his crimes. I just had word from the twin editor. He seems much straighter to the nest and gave himself up. To say that's quite alive, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to swear as few credits the misery he know to grow up. Trouble is, protecting Canada is too big for a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make the difference. That was hopeless. Then there are few things more dangerous than in desperation. A man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that he couldn't change the lot of his fellow men. He might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference. Just not his own. Somehow he failed to grasp this one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Eh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope that the Adder's nest was able to see it. What is not easy to forgive, but I like to think that he could afford a chance to protect the Gammons. But let us leave fate to the 12th. I have other news for you, Aurelia. The Sylvan has been found. Hooray! Into the beasts more. Braskman has reliable information regarding the whereabouts of the Sylph Elder. It's taken us a fair old while, but we have finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of their missing green friend. His name is Frixio, and he's the eldest amongst the Sylph of a little solace. Long as he resented this kind of dialogue within the Gradanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them. A small, fleefy, green bridge that we can't find at the moment. And bridges are no use if we don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Moors of Torturek. There in the South Rapt. That was the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio. Poor Frixio. Whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went to the Torturek, but has not returned. This one is worried. Very worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with Nazis waiting to make meal of anyone truffed enough to wander in. What the Seven Hells was he thinking? Enter that bloody death trap? Elder One has no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, welcome, must help Elder One. Help Elder One now! The Fane's conspiring us again. Forgive me my pagorism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching on the court with the Sylphs. We had not to lose him. All our efforts thus far will be for now. I will tend to her wounds, and Nida. Make haste to the Adder's nest and request assistance. Understood. Aurelia, go to the 1,000 Moors of Torturek and see if Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between the Mansons rest upon your success. Guys, we have a new dungeon! Which, as stupid as it sounds, I will unlock now, and this will be the beginning of the next part. It costs 20 minutes, sadly not enough to make the dungeon, and every time we will unlock a dungeon I will do them in the next part, as stupid as it sounds. But let's speak with Lucy Runs. Das Monster Truck Rack is now accessible! Woohoo! So, now also the question, what do we do? I would say, do we have something here in the soul truck? Yes, we have in the upper parts something to kill. So let's do this. Yeah, I will probably do now some hunting. I could end the part now, but that wouldn't be worth it, so yeah, I need to take a break here and maybe do a fade. And this now also is a thing where we could use the chocobo effectively, because you see our chocobo friend is attacking him with us, which is nice. And we get the chocobo regen, so we don't really need to worry about how much damage we get. So let's fight the Sirocco. Oh, what? Another wind? Another... Oh, there's another player! Just also, where did the other wind come from? And yes, sorry that I call it wind. I know it's called an error, but in the German version it's called wind. Oh, well, the German word of arrow is, well, there is wind damage. So even though the spell is called arrow. Well, I have an idea what we could do. And we have control level 23. We're a little bit back because we're already in the level 30s. And well, I know what we can do now. So let's teleport to Limsa Luminsa. We can do something I didn't want to show you earlier. I don't think that is something bad. So yeah, no, I don't really need the map. I know where to go. Ah yes, the chocobo are also not in the city states. So yay! Alright. Did something change now here? Ah yeah, here we can. Yeah, let's run around in the pirate outfit for a while. And we're gonna change to the there. Yeah, this looks weird now. Hey, we got better gear. Stylish hat, my boy. Let's see when I will get some when I will get some better glamour gear. I know how I'll get probably one of the most important things. But everything that has to do with glamour costs money, and I want to save the money a little bit. Let's wait here. And if someone asked, yes, we do an quest for the Arcanist. Maybe I can explain a little bit what we have done till now. Yeah, the Arcanist we have in a story. First of all, we get to know Mikota, which is okay. Try to get words. We get to know a Mikota that has that is our teacher more or less. So it's not that rough lady over here that is our teacher. No, it's actually a small Mikota, and this Mikota has. Let's just call her cat because I can't really speak the name. This cat has a problem with a certain pirate group, which we unknowingly invaded. So we didn't know that there was this pirate group, and we went on a ship, which backfired because she was too afraid to do anything, and they throw her book, which we need to cast in the water. And right now this quest is there to get that book back, which lays somewhere over here. And we need to fight now with these people, against these people. Yeah, and this fight can be very difficult. Can be, but it must not be that difficult. So the thing we need to do properly is just to use our skills, especially this skill I used here most of the time, the Festa skill, because it's quite a powerful attack spell, if I be honest. The first thing is you extract something from the enemy, which fills your bar down here, and then you can use this energy to make a quite powerful attack, which is stronger than the most spells you normally have. So when we have everything done, we can get our Grimoire. Where did she go? Where did she want to go? Yeah, this is the Mikota the cat I was talking about, and she have a book back. But sadly, the book is like a book is when it's thrown to the sea, destroyed, completely unreadable. Did you want to walk down here? Okay, my quest is done. Time to kill myself. But since I'm now here, I'm gonna get down here and get the Moravic Tridox Eater right. And yes, you can already see we are quite high with our Arcanist. Which has a good reason, because our Arcanist will be one of our, or an expansion of the Arcanist will be one of our later classes in the story. Not for the next expansion. I can say not for the next expansion, but maybe in the in between. Because I remember that we have a raid to do in between the story. And probably this will be where I use the Arcanist. So. And we're gonna head back to Limsa. On the back of our Chocobo friend. Hooray! Progress. Some more things is a power. Some things he's a Power Ranger. And there we can end our quest. Maybe get some gear or some money. Better Grimoire. Yeah, in the few time that we have, in the few minutes that we have left, I'm gonna do something of the Arcanist quest. I mean, we will see later. I would have liked when we're level 30, we will see the level 30 quest, but we're already level 30 and I still haven't the quest that I unlocked. While the Arcanist is already level 30, because I mostly played with the Arcanist while we have the boost on, and especially when Shadow was online, he gave again me a boost. And we did dungeons together that the Arcanist was already level 30. Even though I had still the level lock on, and I didn't do the quests. As you can see now, because we just started the level 25 quest, so we still need a little bit. And for those who care, the Geometry is level 7, almost level 8. Well done. But I would say I'm gonna run over here, speak with him, kill the beetles over there, and then the next part we will see us in the start of Total Till then, see ya!